So that 50-50 mix-up, too, with the side sig, down sig on the gauntlets. Very nice to have, especially in that 1v1 like we saw there against Baka at the end of that last set. So I think if he is able to last a little bit longer here, just force some of these 1v1s. I know we don't have longer maps like Blackguard Keep on here anymore, but some of these longer maps like Shipwreck Falls where they can split off. I mean, it's a huge map, right? You just run away the whole time. If getting into those 1v1s with Rite, with gauntlets, forcing those 50-50s, having to make them guess, are you coming from the front or are you going to teleport behind them? Like, it's nothing personal. But you got to make that 50-50 guess, and that's something that I think is going to help them out quite a bit here.
So Flambeau always loves explaining this every time we get to this point in the tournament. Unfortunately, he's not here. He'll be here very soon. But this is a grand final set. Doggo and Bailey, you see on the overlay in front of you, they have a W next to their name. That means they're coming on into this from the winner's side of the bracket. They have to win one best of 5. Kylar, Allison, Rite coming in from the loser's bracket. They have to win a best of 5 to reset, and then another best of 5 in order to come out on top in this tournament. And we are starting it off dead even so far, 25 seconds into this game. Doggo taking, oh man, gravity cancel side signature from Kylar Alice. Beautiful signature. Not only did that happen, but Doggo also hit a nair onto Bailey, turning Bailey red. So they got the knockout, got some more damage onto Bailey. Might find the knockout here quickly as Rite comes in with that unarmed neutral heavy in the air. Recovery in the air. There's the recovery from Kylar Alice's sword. Almost have Doggo in the orange.
I mean, Doggo is playing the Jala pick. That it's a low defensive character. You got fantastic weapons. You got fantastic SIGs. You can't afford to take those hits, especially from those bigger weapons. And oh, he is going to fall again. One stock left. Red team hasn't even gotten a single stock lost. Of course, now that's going to be Rite getting taken down. And Kylar only just now reaching that danger zone. Having to be careful of that recovery and those side airs coming out from the blue team, but still making his way back onto stage, playing very carefully, trying to move in onto Bailey. But I think the blue team knows that they can kind of just ignore Kylar for a little while. They have him so deep in the red that if they turn around and hit him with anything, he's going to either get thrown so far away that it's going to take him a long time to get back, or he's just going to get taken down. So, the recovery up the top, that could have been extremely dangerous. I think they're losing quite a bit by actually not focusing on Kylar just a little bit to confirm this stock.
Bro, Rite's backdash to get away from the side signature, and he still gets back, but you see the dash D-heavy coming out from Bailey here to get the knockout. It might be too late, though. In comes Rite with the ground pound, completely shutting down. Doggo's going to have to be careful. So much damage. That nair almost sending off screen. Seeing Kylar with those hammer swings coming out. Bailey trying to go all in off stage. Take Rite out now.
With the side air, that's going to be another K on the Doggo. Now it's just Bailey, one stock left. 3-1 on the stocks. Bailey in the danger zone now. Side air threatening. The haymaker onto Kylar. And only... the double sig pickup. No KOs, but still a dangerous situation. Recovery, the pinwheel coming out. Not going to find any connections either. And now the red team has a chance to collect themselves. Side air coming out from Rite. Is that going to stuff it? The recovery comes out with the chase dodge. That's going to put Bailey right in that positioning of the Kylar down air sword. And that is going to be a KO confirm right there at the end. Phenomenal work, though, from Bailey to make that such a hard time for the red team to close that game off, especially with that double pickup from the down sig sliding off the stage. That could have been absolutely devastating for them.
Doggo only did 224 damage that game. That hurts, man. And that's like probably how much damage that Kylar took on his first stock. If you're the blue team, man, that hurts, especially with how phenomenally Bailey played that game.
Getting things started off right now, though. Doggo and Bailey getting this damage right onto both of these players. Kylar trying to make these sword approaches. Looking for these aerial attacks. Bailey just covering that stage presence. Focusing on the right, trying to team up with Doggo in that positioning. You see them clustering next to each other when possible, so that they can really take the pressure onto these players one at a time.
D-Light recovery coming out from Doggo. That's going to end up disarming. See Rite coming in with his gauntlets now. Ooh, you're seeing the signatures come out. Ground pound gets interrupted by this neutral.
The side sig, and that's a
interesting.
KO onto his teammate. That's really unfortunate. He saw the approach from Rite trying to go and get the KO onto Doggo. That side sig a little bit too close to his teammate, found that KO, and you hate to see it happen. That is going to be a KO off the bottom. Kylar now, getting right up and finding that side air from Doggo to get that KO, and that is going to be another KO. Another KO onto Baileyyyy as well. Stocks are evened up to all across the board with Doggo in that deep red. Kylar and Rite trying to pressure. There's no recourse for Doggo to get back as well, and these stocks are just dropping right now like the economy is tanking.
They were able to clean that up so well. Keep the lead definitely in their favor. D-Light ground pound. Baileyyyy continues. Rite just disengages. Gets back to the middle of the stage. Too worried about getting knocked out based on the health right here. Ooh, big side air from Doggo, sending Rite over to the edge. Weapon toss coming in. Baileyyyy wants to continue it. Rite is able to touch. You see Baileyyyy go back to the main platform, putting some pressure onto Kylar. Rite's starting to get knocked around. We could see this stock go away. Oh, the top side of the side air from Baileyyyy.
Doggo and Baileyyyy doing a phenomenal job at trying to bring this back. Baileyyyy in the red getting launched way off onto the side. The recovery that the Shoryuken coming out and launch it off the top. Baileyyyy losing that second stock, and Doggo now no more stocks, and this is going to be a 2v1. One stock left for the blue team, and this is not an easy position. Look at the damage coming out from the team combo, just barely missing. Barely missing that neutral air follow-up off stage, trying to read out that dodge option. The Baileyyyy pickup, though, making way up back onto stage, and now just still holding on to this spear. The little bit of range that this provides. The side stick coming out, and there, the big punish. Nothing left. Absolutely. Well, just enough to get pounded into oblivion.
Now they are going to have to clean up that 2v2 combo just a little bit, because we did see the dodge coming out from Baileyyyy, so they didn't hit it true, even though they flubbed the ending just a little bit. They didn't hit the first part true, because you saw the down air. All the active frames of the down air were able to last through the spot dodge that came out from Baileyyyy. But man, Kylar, AUS, and Rite are looking incredible here in this grand final set. But we also saw a reset earlier today in North America, and if you weren't watching earlier, we still saw Boomy and Sandstorm take it very confidently after Cody, Travis, and Phazon reset it.
And that could very well happen here as well. Nothing is out of the picture, of course. Doggo and Baileyyyy do not have this necessarily in the bag, so they have to be careful. Of course, game number one going to Kylar and Rite. This is just their game to continue on. You know, their momentum. I can't speak right now. It's like I got gum in my mouth. But blue team, they're doing things. They're definitely doing things.
They're doing things, and they're doing things almost as equally as the red team is. Bailey's gonna fall. Doggo almost immediately got the knockout to answer back. Side stick coming up from Baileyyyy, ends up hitting Doggo, sending Doggo flying. Oh man, that down signature would have gotten really close to Doggo. Baileyyyy was there to interrupt it with the side air. Oh, the D-Light! The D-Light almost knocked Kylar out! How is he taking so much damage on his first stock that D-Lights are knocking him out?
I honestly don't know. I mean, that was so much damage built up that, like you said, the D-Light knocking you out off on the top like that is like that. You have to have taken at least 200 and something damage there. I don't know how. I honestly don't know where that KOs, but it's not close to 150. I can tell you that.
Nice big down air from Baileyyyy, sending Rite down, but Kylar is there to punish, and punish hard. Baileyyyy might be on the final stock. Doggo comes in, nice D-Sig. It's only the first stock from Rite, though, coming in fresh on the second. Kylar, you see him swinging those side airs. Doggo comes in to punish.
Doggo trying to make the approach, Rite with a down air, getting punished, though, by the spot dodge, down light, down air. Getting thrown off stage, and now, there's the spike onto Baileyyyy, and that's going to lose another stock as Doggo has to hold for just a little while. Missing the stomp from Kylar, though, onto Doggo. Doggo just living a little bit longer. Coach pitch, is that going to find the KO? No, the dodge can make it back onto stage. Rite with the coverage, though, making sure that Doggo can't make that stage approach too quickly, and there's the neutral air from Kylar, AUS to convert that into a KO. 1 stock each left on the blue team players, and this is quickly running away in favor of the red team.
Yeah, 4 stocks to 3 turned to 4 stocks to 2 in the blink of an eye. Rite sent flying. Doggo gonna disengage from the edge guard situation and provide some relief to Baileyyyy. They want to get the knockout onto either player of the red team. They haven't found it yet. Big side air from Doggo. Turns over immediately. Sight set on Kylar AUS.
That's another K off on the right side. That's Kylar finally getting that second stock knocked away as Kylar finds that hammer, and Rite is just getting collapsed on right now. Doggo with the sword trying to get a little bit of map coverage to prevent that weapon pickup, but Doggo is going to find it. Baileyyyy making his way back on the stage. Side sig ground pound, that's going to be a KO, and now Doggo all on his lonesome in the coach pitch for the cleanup. And now
And that is a reset. Ladies and gentlemen, Kylar AUS coming in 564 damage and 364, I believe it was, before they moved on from Rite. They're going to take that one, and they're moving right on into this. We do have a reset. We reset those scores, and we are at a new best of 5.
Now, of course, like we said earlier, we saw this in the NA side. We saw Cody Travis and Faison reset against Boomy and Sandstorm, but in the end, Boomy and Sandstorm did bring it back, even though they did lose out those 3 games, 3-2 in that first half. They came back and won it, so we could see something similar here from Baileyyyy and Doggo. They are the #1 power rank team here in Australia. They have already taken down Kylar and Rite earlier in the winners finals in a pretty handy fashion, aside from one exemption. So this isn't too far to say that they could bring this back and find a win here, but it could go either way, honestly.
It's sort of a slugfest early on. A lot of damage coming out very early. Nice side air. The side signature from Doggo is going to knock out. We need to see more of those coming out from Doggo to get those early knockouts, using all of that strength that Jala has.
And just the variable force, too, out of that move. It's humongous. It's a phenomenal kill move. Doggo trying to make his way back. Oh, that costs Baileyyyy the stock, too! Huge opportunity play there coming out from Rite to find those 2 KOs. And that is going to give them a very, very nice lead as they just continue right on in. And Kylar, of course, holding on to that first stock. Not quite in that danger zone just yet. Holding on to the hammer as well. That's big damage potential. Big bonus damage potential. And big stock tanking here in the 2v2 for Kylar to take advantage of right here. Oh, Rite getting pressured.
Still able to get over. Get safely. You see Kylar AUS there. Also stuck on the wall for just a minute. The red team finds themselves in either like a really good or a kind of bad situation. Because if Rite gets knocked out, then he has 1 stock to his name. And even if Kylar has 1,000,000 stocks, it's going to be really tough for him to run through all the other stocks on the blue team. They're able to get that knockout, so they're going to be in a really good spot here. Because Kylar is fresh on this second stock. They might find the knockout onto Baileyyyy. Doggo goes down. Recovery.
Oh, no.
Baileyyyy gets the chase down jump. Are they going to get their double knockout? And they do. Baileyyyy staring at 4 stocks of the red team.
Humongous. Doggo tried to go off stage to get the assist there for Baileyyyy to help get him back onto stage to get the save there in case he needed it. But that always comes along with its risks as well. And that put him in the line of fire at the same time, getting all those recovery options stuffed out. And what... Rite just going right on off on Kylar AUS for some reason. I guess they're just really feeling confident right now, but Kylar with the coach pitch. Weapon throw, not going to connect. Baileyyyy still alive right now, trying to convert into some damage. Side light. Oh, there's the Russian Mafia! Let's go! Kylar finishing off that game. #1 of the reset in a stylish fashion.
Ooh, Doggo, man. Again, a very low damage game coming out from Doggo, 258. Makes me kind of reconsider this Jala pick, because Doggo is finding some really early knockouts sometimes, but also some really early deaths.
That's that whole risk with the low defensive characters. All those characters that start with that 3 defense, that you have to take that defensive stance. That's just that risk that you have to take. Because a lot of them have fantastic signatures. They've got fantastic kits overall, but you have to weigh that defensive stance along with it. And he is going to say, I'm going to stick with the Jala. I'm going to stick with the SIGs. We're finding some success there, and we're able to win something off of it. But are they, though?
Now
Are they
despite
really,
Rite kind of staying back just a little bit in the beginning of that game, neither member of the red team was able to fend off Baileyyyy as he came over and grabbed the red team's weapon spawn. Of course, Doggo grabbed the blue team's weapon spawn, so the blue team was able to start off with both weapons.
Mm-hmm. Right with the orb. Looking for the Dukins. Baileyyyy with the approaches. Looking for these spear pokes. These side airs. Kylar looking for the side light. Oh, looking for another Russian Mafia. Knows he's not in the damage threshold to be able to even land that just yet. Side SIG. Ooh, big KO.
Right here wants to maybe clean this up, but Kylar comes in as Rite retreats back to the platform. They didn't overlap one another. They didn't step on each other's toes. As Rite disengaged, in came Kylar AUS. Beautiful, easy edge guard for them.
I know we saw Baileyyyy and Doggo take down Kylar and Rite in that winners finals, but Rite and Kylar just look like a completely different team right now.
Yeah, I definitely 100% agree with you. This is a complete far cry from what we saw earlier. After the 3-0 in grand finals, now already taking game one after the reset in very commanding fashion. Of course, you can be like, okay, well, Doggo got knocked out super early. You can't always count on that. But it seems like the way Kylar and Rite are playing, you might be able to count on that. They're focusing Doggo down really well. A minute and a half in the game. Doggo is on final stock.
Right with the dash forward, not going to find the side SIG. The neutral SIG coming out, not going to find a connection there either. Baileyyyy with a lot of nice counterattacks. Side air actually going to disrupt Kylar AUS, and the blue team getting a lot of good damage to follow up. So things are kind of falling a little bit apart right now. If they can find a KO, perhaps. Oh, that's going to be the KO on the Doggo. Elimination right now. And now Baileyyyy all on his lonesome. 2 versus 1. 1 stock left.
Well, we're going to be going to game 3, and I believe the score going into game 3 is going to be 2-0 in favor of Kylar, AUS, and Rite. Looks like this is basically their game to lose. It is all but unwinnable.
Well, don't count it out unless it's like we're at the end screen, because you never know. Anything could literally happen at any point. I mean, heck, both of these players could like DC, and then we just have a default win, which would kind of suck.
True.
But hey, it just this stuff that happens. I'm just being real. But hey,
could come up through the surface and destroy just the servers. Anything is possible, but it's looking like Kylar, AUS, and Rite, man. They're playing really well here. They're focusing Doggo, just completely removing Doggo from the game. Bailey's had to fight multiple 1v2s. Oh! Somehow they like kind of stepped on each other's toes, but still nailed it.
Weapon throw going to be dodged through. Rite's going to lose another stock now. Baileyyyy looking for the slide charge neutral SIG, the uppercut. Baileyyyy still alive right now. Neutral light into the uppercut. That is going to finish off that last stock. Still able to find 1 stock off of the red team there onto Rite, but still very, very, very clean from Kylar and Rite in that game. Phenomenal stuff. Only 350 damage taken from Kylar AUS. Ridiculous stuff. And only 225 dealt by Doggo.
Yep.
I think we're going to see a switch.
It's another really low Doggo game, and Doggo is going to swap over to Garnet, over to Petra, doing what Rite did earlier. But now when it might be kind of do or die, as Kylar, AUS, and Rite are up 2-0. Baileyyyy even sitting for just a minute. Oh no, maybe swapping over to the Thor. Baileyyyy sitting on the Bren. Doggo swapping to the Thor.
Well, the Thor, I think, is going to be a pretty good option here, because you have the distance on the orb, you have the follow-ups as well, and you have those diagonal hitboxes, and of course, the Bren. Baileyyyy just continuing to do really well with this. I don't think we've seen anything too bad from Baileyyyy so far, honestly. Just pretty much some pretty average, above average play, honestly, from Baileyyyy, of course. And the Bren pick is actually doing some real work. Actually seeing a pretty good 2v1 presence there in that last game as well. even if he was only able to find one KO in that 2v1. But still, we'll see if the hammer orb combination and the much higher defense is going to pay dividends for Doggo here, and if he can get more than 250 damage this time.
Yeah, assuming that Doggo has a good Thor, has a good orb, and a good hammer, this is kind of taking all the best things from Petra and then adding, or sorry, not Petra, from Jala, and adding a bunch of defense on top of it. Because you still have hard-hitting weapons, you still have consistently killing weapons, you still have a good signature kit, you still have higher than average force coming in at 6 force, so this could be a great pick as long as Doggo plays a very good Thor. Doggo is still going to fall, and look how much damage Kylar has taken. It's so little compared to everyone else in this game. Full wipe there. Side light, side air, gonna send Rite flying, but it doesn't send Kylar very far, so he's able to immediately put the pressure back onto Doggo.
That is going to be another that's going to be a KO onto Rite off the top of the stage. Bailey and Doggo in the second stocks, of course, approaching that orange health zone. Kylar not even in the danger zone yet. Still living, playing a very fast game, able to dodge so many of these attacks from the blue team. Neutral Sig coming out, not going to find the connection there. Actually, I think he picked up his teammate, but he got interrupted, so actually a little bit lucky. Weapon throw from Kylar, no, going to hold on to that weapon. He's going to get bounced off the wall, still alive as Doggo makes his way back onto the stage, but off the top, Bailey losing that second stock. So we have a very different look here from both of these teams. Kylar still in the first stock, real deep in the red, and Bailey on his first stock, or his last stock, not his first stock. This is number 1 there.
And it looks like we're seeing the beginning, possibly the middle stages of this closing out in a 3-0. We did just see Rite fall pretty early on that stock. It's now 3 stocks to 2. Bailey's going to have to be careful. Every bit of damage that the blue team takes here is, it seems like it affects them almost double, just because of where they are in this game. Bailey's in the orange, almost in the red on final stock. They can't afford any damage. That down air from Kylar turns Bailey red. Stomp side air from Kylar. Rite was stacked like right on top of Kylar, so the side air ended up missing.
We've actually seen so many coach pitches from Doggo and Kylar each, just back to back. We see the stomps coming out. Doggo looking for a stomp. Kylar looking for a stomp. Rite throwing Bailey almost down to the bottom blast zone, almost finding that KO, but Bailey somehow finding a way back. It's just an insane movement and luck that he didn't get KO'd there. Ground pound, though, finding that confirmation, finally.
That might be the second to last nail in the coffin, and there's the final one, that dash down heavy from Kylar Alice. Number 5 PR team taking out the number 1 PR team. Kylar Alice and Rite from Kanga Esports are your Combo Breaker Australia 2v2 champions.
Phenomenal stuff coming out of Kylar and Rite. Absolute enormous difference coming out of the winners final from both of these guys, and just immense improvement over the entire set of top 6 that we saw from them. Immense work, and you can see here the grand finals all the way down to the lower side, top 8. Everyone who made this bracket here, Kylar and Rite, of course.